Y'all do not come at me for real. I had a vision that said, if you don't wrap your motherfucking hair up, I was like, woke me up from a nap. I had to go out last night while it was dark, you know. For the ladies, like, we have a time limit now. Motherfuckers be crazy outside right now. I broke that rule because the vision was like, if you don't get a motherfucking hair wrap, fine. I had to accessorize it a little bit because it made me look a little bit too bald headed, and I was not about to. It was not about to be about that life. Y'all know I got a full head of hair, but that vision was crisp. All right, Aquarius, welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for stopping by and trusting me with your cards again. All right, I know it's been a little minute. I was very emotional in my other readings. Leave me alone. But let's go ahead, jump right in. I'm gonna pull 2 cards for you. Excuse me. It fell on the ground. 3 cards came out. Shit. I'm gonna put them all back. All right. Not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we will go from here. All right. All right, Aquarius, what bullshit are you on now? Why we gotta be on some bullshit? You know it's the other people. I know, but you know. I know y'all be crazy. I know y'all be doing too much sometimes. Us. All right. I don't know what y'all visions be saying, but I know you're not 100% innocent either. Anyway, let's go. First card. People. Did I say that last time? People feel lucky to know me. Next card that came out with it. I am the example of getting everyone I want. I am the example of getting everyone I want. All right. Here we go. Okay. So jumping straight in with the Star Spinner Tarot. Okay. So bottom of the deck so far, we have the Queen of Wands. For sure. So people feel lucky to know me. Aquarius, that is your mantra for right now. That is part of your affirmations that you need to go ahead and take a part of. Some people could be confiding in you more, or you're opening up more to close friends around you. Like another layer is finally being addressed with the people who have been around you for a minute. We got the Chariot card, Cancer energy. So feeling as though, look at the cats. Look at the cats. Look at that. So cute. So cute. So you may feel like the universe has taken a hold of your life purpose, your life path, where you're supposed to be going. For others of you, some people could be calling on you for more rides, or you could be calling other people for rides. Hey, look, if you got $1, you got a friend. So if you are out here trying to find work, if you're trying to do your best to uphold yourself, get yourself out of a situation, make sure you are giving people gas money. Make sure people, if they are asking you, are giving you compensation in return. I do feel like if work is asking a heavier load from you, the Chariot is highly emotional. It can also override certain emotions that could be present around you. So obviously, you know, I do the Cancer Aquarius videos. Something saying to like not do it this week. And it's the same. Like I've been wanting to also jump into the Aquarius Scorpio readings as well. But the energy is like, not yet. Not yet. And I'm just like, fine. So if you have Cancer placements, this is for you especially as well. But it's fine if not. So it could be like different placements that you have Cancer, so on and so forth. Or you have different placements with Aquarius, so on and so forth. You could be attracting more Cancers at this point in time. They do have Jupiter in their sign. So if that's the case, you could be a little bit more highly sensitive at this time, or you're picking up on more people in your energy at this time. There could be a call of nostalgia. There could be a switching of colors. I don't know why that's like kind of what I'm picking up on, but I'm looking at the sword. You see this mustard yellow right here, and then it switches over to the red handle. There's something about switching color. That's supposed to mean something for someone. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but that's where my eyes are leading me. I do feel like if you're connecting more with your ancestry, you're connecting more with your ancestors, they are showing you in one way or another that they are present. I don't know about you, but I'm the type of person at this point in time in my life where the supernatural, it doesn't spook me as much anymore. I know as a kid it used to terrify the fuck out of me, but now it just doesn't bother me as much. I'm just like, okay. Even yesterday, I remember I was just channeling something, and I knew I was talking to one of my passed over loved ones. If it was past me, I swear I would have just jumped out of my skin. But since I was I've already been used to a whole bunch of the paranormal stuff that's been happening recently, I was just like, oh, okay. But something was hanging on my door. There was no gust of wind that came through my door. There was no force that came through my door. But all of a sudden, whatever was hanging on, the thing that was hanging on my doorknob, it's like somebody bumped up against it and it kept swaying back and forth, and just stopped. And I was like, that's my ancestor right there. That's my passed over loved one. You know, signaling to me that, you know, they are with me. Everything's going to be okay. And, you know, some people are a little bit more highly charged than others. So for some of you, you know, that's going to resonate. And for other people, you're just like, what in the weird hocus pocus is this? Who are you? I am me. You are you. And it is what it is. But, you know, just putting it out there. For some of you, there's a big focus on fourth house energy. So if you are a Aquarius rising, that would be Taurus, Aries, somewhere in between there. It could be a little bit of Gemini, just putting it out there for some of you, just depending on the degrees. But for others of you, if that's not the case, it's important for you to focus on your fourth house coming up. Again, I'm also getting something about vehicles. I'm getting something about transportation. Next card. We have the High Priestess here. So also 12th house energy coming through. Second house energy coming through. So this is also Pisces energy. So if there is a focus on the ebb and flow with finances coming up, there's something geared more towards the spiritual, or there's something about your car where something is more personified. You need to tap into the vibrations of certain things around you, because, you know, even though her eyes are closed, there's still like different circular things that are going on around her that hold their own vibration. So certain things around you may be asking for you to tap in a little bit more, not to a mischievous degree, not for the jokey joke so much, but for you to really jump into your compassion, for you to jump into your humanity. If some people have been testing you recently because you're coming into yourself a little bit more, you are recognizing the divinity and your creativity within. This is a little bit more of a vulnerable time, especially during the Mercury retrograde, because people want to shake you out of it, but there's too much truth coming through. There's too much for you to ignore. These are two major arcanas here. If you feel like there have been different transitions that are pushing certain things out of the way, that's okay. We got the new moon in Scorpio coming up. So there is a need for you to dive a little bit deeper into your emotions, into your body, into just figuring out certain things that are truly meant for you. A lot of water energy coming through. We got the Queen of Cups energy, the Queen of Chalices. You could be tapping more into water energy for some of you, especially if you have water placements. But that's not for everyone. But I do feel like for Aquarius individuals, you are going to be attracting more water signs coming in. So discernment is very important. If you have this uneasy feeling about certain friendships or certain people who are coming into your environment, follow that and make sure you do have some bit of distance. Now, it will be tempting for sure to not be alone, but there is a call for you to have some distance here. No, you don't have to follow everything I say. There will be different, callings later on for you to understand why certain things didn't pan out. And even if you're hearing this, you're just like, I don't really feel that about the people around me. I don't feel that about like certain friends or wooty wooty woo, so on and so forth. That's fine. Then that means there's still certain things that you are gaining from being around these people. But don't forget to also give back where you should. For the ladies out here, if you are dating or just something like that, make sure you have your own money. I was actually going to save the 1111 as I was saying that. I was going to save this story for Libra, but I guess this is important too. If you're a lady, of course, if you feel like, oh, nobody wants to date me, or oh, this, oh, that, X, Y, or Z, try to venture out on your own a little bit. As an example, as a story, this has happened a few times. I have gone on dates with people who have made shmoney. And when I mean shmoney, I mean shmoney. But each time, it's always been like a roll of the dice type of thing. I never really mean to run into these people. Most of the time, I'm already kind of like going out and having dinner or trying to have dinner like by myself anyway. But there was one Valentine Day that I had. This was like years ago. I was about like a year or two freshly single from being in like a long-term relationship. And in this point of time, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to break out of my shell. And this was really important for me around the time because I wanted to push a little bit more towards getting some of my art out there. And I wanted things to at least put some of my art like online. But of course now I have different devices, so I don't really have to go to like FedEx or anything. But at the time I went to FedEx, I was uploading things online. I was like really proud of myself. I was just like, yeah. And around that time I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take myself out to eat. And I know it's gonna be expensive, whatever the fuck I'm gonna get, but I don't give a fuck. I got my own money. I feel accomplished. It was a good day of work. It's gonna be a full day of me enjoying my fucking day. And so I went to this restaurant. It was Red Lobster. And I knew it was Valentine's Day. I knew it was gonna be hella busy. So I was like, oh, whatever. I asked the host, I was like, can I sit at the bar? And they're just like, well, you still can't order at the bar. I was just like, that's fine. I just want to drink. I want the Bahama Mama double shot. That's fine. I don't care. Like, I will wait at the bar and have a good drink. If it's 2 different bills, it's fine. Like, I got money. I got my own. So I go up there. I get my Bahama Mama double shot. And so while I'm up there, I'm on my phone. I think I'm texting like 1 or 2 people, but everyone, turns real busy real fast. Everybody has their own thing. It's whatever. So I'm trying to scroll online. And then all of a sudden, this gentleman sits beside me. And we start chatting it up, talking, and he tells me that he is newly single. His partner, his fiance, passed away in a motorcycle accident. And he was just like, would you do the honor to, being like my dinner date tonight? And I was just like, I don't know. He's just like, everything's on me. Don't even worry about it. I just, would like some company. But I'll pay for everything. And I was like, okay, all right, that's okay. I'll do it. Something in me was just like, that's fine. So I'm having this dinner date with this person. And what I come to realize, this motherfucker made a lot of money. And when I mean a lot of money, he was getting his own house built. He just came back from China. He's an electrical engineer. The boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm like, wow, okay. Did not expect all of this, but I'm open to company. I'm open to having a good time, so on and so forth. Of course, they wanted to, get to know me a little bit more, but I politely declined. And this person, I think, was in the military, so they already kind of like instinctively knew that I was kind of like, no thanks. Obviously, like, especially if you're newly single, I just don't think it's fair. I don't think that's right. But I'm telling this story is, again, if you are trying to put yourself out there, however long you've been single, especially as a woman, make sure you have your own money going out into the dating scene, the dating realm. Why? You don't know who you're gonna catch. But at the same time, you'll feel 110% better, because even when I had dinner with this man, I was ordering expensive shit, and he was just like, wow, I did not expect this from like a lady such as yourself. And I looked at him, I was just like, whether you were here or not, I was gonna order this myself. I ordered, I think it was like £1 or £2 of like crab legs. I don't give a fuck. I told him, whether you were here or not, I was still gonna order this. I was gonna have a hell of a good time. And even the waitress was just like, I know that's right. Because the man ended up leaving a little bit earlier than I did, but I was still eating. So, but he did tell me this. He's just like, just let me pay for it. So whatever you have extra, you could do whatever with the money afterward. And I like that. I like that. I love that. So do not let these chicken shit motherfuckers tell you how to run your money. The X, Y, or Z. Enjoy yourself and see who comes along. Or as I like to say it, and I said this a lot right before the pandemic hit, is I'll see you on the wave. I love saying that, because I don't know, it's like everybody knows what I'm saying, where it's just like, whether I see you tomorrow, a month from now, or maybe a few years down the line, I'll catch you on the wave. It is what it is. So do not be intimidated by the woo bandwagon, dumb as fuck train of, oh, as a woman, you're supposed to be like, no, go have fucking fun being with yourself, being who you are, accomplishing what you need to do. Okay. That message came in really strong. And I know, again, I was supposed to say it for like a Libra, but you might have like Libra placement. So this Queen of Cups within you is always going to be in there. Okay. Doesn't matter the air placement of Aquarius or not, you're always going to have that care within you. Doesn't matter. All right. Important story. Over. People feel lucky to know me. So for some of you, I don't know, there's something about people here. For sure, for sure. I mean, it's Aquarius, like social network type of people. All right. My legs were in crisscross applesauce. I have to undo that. All right. Anything else for people feel lucky to know me for Aquarius placements? I mean, I've been on a lot of dates with people who made a lot of money, so. I mean, I grew up in like a certain part of California where there's certain like people who like really made it up there in terms of money. So when I come across people who have a lot of money, I don't know, deep down inside, I'm always just like, but I want to have my own. Anyway, we have 4 of Wands here. So for others of you, when it comes down to the Chariot, the 4 of Wands, I mean, Wands energy is work. You're trying to work for something. So in terms of the home, so we got the 2 twins here. So Gemini, to some extent, could be important. This one's just a little tired, a little in their mind, dissociating a little bit. And then this twin is just like, what's wrong? What's going on? They're supposed to be moving all this flour in terms of, or the flower in terms of like where it's supposed to go. There's fairies and different things like that. Excuse me. But so depending on what hemisphere of your mind's taking over, maybe you do have a twin, or in general, there could be more people also just coming and wanting to know you a little bit more. So if you are feeling a little down, a lot of these faces are down actually. Now that I'm looking at it, they're all facing down to some extent. Working. But at the end of the day, you do have people who want to cheer you up. I mean, like, of course, like with Aquarius energy, especially if you have good energy or energy that people can truly relate to, like being real, of course people want to come in and they're just like, what's wrong, Aquarius? What's going on? You could be invited more out to different things. We have the Devil card here, Capricorn energy. So we have Capricorn energy and we have Cancer energy. So the duality is here between the mother, the father, the toxic mother, the toxic father, the benevolent Cancer energy, the benevolent Capricorn energy. Just, you got to find out where you are here. For some of you, this is like somewhere like in your subconscious, 12th house energy type shit. I have Uranus and Neptune in my 12th house. Look, it's like a parrot on acid back there. I don't know what the fuck's going on back there. But at the same time, regardless of Capricorn being your 12th house, I do feel like this new moon and Scorpio energy is going to have you go deep in your subconscious a little bit. But it's going to figure out like how you work, where your creativity comes from, and where you're also chaining yourself up. Like, these people are chained in the background. They can't do nothing. It's like the spirit. And for some of you, spirits are tricky. Okay, so you may have certain things come up where you're just like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Spirit is tricky coming up for some of you, because there are certain things that you were bored with, is what I'm getting. You were getting complacent in certain things, or spirit does not want you to be complacent. There are certain people around you that just don't get you. Anytime spirit, your spirit, the great spirit, realizes somebody's out to get you, what happens, Aquarius? They move you out of the situation. And even though you're thinking about it, ruminating on it, having some kind of obsession about it, it's like the spirit is just like, absolutely not. We're going to get you busy. We're going to get you some money. We're going to have you do something productive. Okay. We're going to give you concisive instructions. Concisive. Is that a word? Am I saying it right? I think I'm saying it strange. I think you are too. But I don't know the word. It's going to be okay. Keep doing the reading. Okay. But either way. Here we go. With the Devil card, it's the unknown. It's the unknown of what you don't know coming up. It's just like you're done ruminating about certain things. You're ready to act. But now it's just like avoid. Like, what do we do now? Certain things have finally been unlocked. They have been resolved, where this is, coming up in the future, where things are going to get resolved. And it's just, you can't go back and you can't keep ruminating over certain things. So what you do? What do you do? Focus on creativity. But what if certain things don't give you that creative push? What's going on? Journal in the morning. Journal in the morning and do not look at what you wrote for the next 8 weeks. We have the 7 of Cups. There's a lot going on that's in the subconscious for some of you. There's a lot of things that you have to unlock. If you have children, it's like you're growing with your children. You're unlocking certain things with your children. There are certain illusions that you and your children are also breaking. I also feel like the bond between you and your children is growing stronger and stronger. And there's just more love coming into the situation. If your child is also getting bullied coming up, go ahead and have a parent-teacher conference. Go ahead and call a meeting with the other parent. There's something that will be resolved coming up. There's something as well when it comes down to your child where they want to talk to you more, but you have to tap into it. You know how like Aquarius, you're not like Cancers to a certain extent where like you have this overwhelming feeling. It's more of like a dot or like a sparkle in your mind, or it's like an impulsive fix towards something or an impulsive pull. You don't always have to be led by the emotion, like the Cancer placements. No tea, no shade to the Cancer placement. I got hella water placements, okay? But again, you guys know how your intuition works. So I do feel like you are going to be led more. So it may be confusing to some point in time. And for some of you, you may be detoxing being gaslit. You are detoxing all of these lies. They could be societal lies. You could be researching more about your own intuitive abilities. You could be reading more about certain powers. You could be following different examples of being limitless. Capricorn energy is just like, fuck that mountain. Is there a way? Is there like an invisible mountain that I need to know? Yeah, it used to be a tree. How about that? How are we gonna like plant these trees again? How are we going to get the masses to figure out that, like, regardless of them not liking nature, that the trees got to come back? The finger gun. So, used to do that with my students where I'm like, oh, finger gun, it's out. You better go ahead and take a seat. Working hella with that imagination. They're like, oh snap, go ahead and take a seat, everybody. Imagination goes a long way. For others of you, you're cutting through some of this imaginative stuff in terms of just what's not true. And that's important. That's very important for someone to hear. Because yes, your imagination is important, but for some of you, it's not so much Delulu land. This is like just being lied to. It's like believing to certain extents that like your imagination is like poison, but then realizing, of course, like while I'm saying it to you, it's not. It's part of who you are. It's like saying, for instance, jealousy is bad. I'm sorry, but like jealousy is like a human emotion. You can't get rid of it. Even psychopaths know that these emotions exist. Annoying as they may be, you know, they still exist. They still feel it to some extent. We have the Ace of Coins here. So people in your work environment also feel lucky to know you. They also feel like they're learning a lot from this devil energy. So the devil energy may be like a coven for some of you, or acting like a coven, where it's just like, you know, you're just teaching a lot of people around you what's going on. Or maybe you're learning a lot from your environment, either one or the other. For some of you, you're overthinking a new job. You're overthinking. This is very much overthinking. Being surrounded by all these emotions, doubt, and different things like that. You are going to be okay. But you do need to be methodical like a Capricorn. Devil in the details. Devil in the details. Be annoying. I say that as the last born. Don't do that. You'll be annoying. Push his button. I mean, like, I feel like I get away with it like really well because, again, last born daughter. So obviously there's like a certain energy with that where everybody's else like, why can't I be annoying? Are you the last born? Normally the last borns, you know, we can get away with a lot of stuff to a certain extent. I do feel like for some of you, if you've been activists for a while, or just, you know, finding different ways to be productive with humanity, the world, for some of you, you do feel called to do more humanitarian work. The Ace of Coins is presenting itself as you're thinking about this. For some of you, if you're called to donate a little bit more, donate what you can. Donate what you can. Okay? This is not a stretch of X, Y, and or Z. This is, again, like I'm coming from the idea of like being a socialist deep down inside. It's just, we all want shared situations. We all want shared opportunities. Not saying that we all need to like drink from the same cup, but we all want universal health care. We all want our roads to be great. We all want, you know, a livable wage, you know, I'm just putting it out there. We don't want to be cut at the ankles with this shit, you know? I do feel like some of you are putting more coin into the home. You're putting more coin into your image, or some of you could be going to therapy, again, like that 12th house energy when it comes down to Capricorn energy. Some of you could, especially just a lot of money, I just feel like is going towards the home for some of you. This could also be medical bills as well, in terms of like family. So whether it's therapy or like certain things that are like happening medically, you may feel stretched as well when it comes down to the retrograde happening and different retrogrades happening, Jupiter retrograde, you know, working in a lot, but feeling like the coin's not really moving. But that's normally how we all feel when the retrogrades are happening. So try not to lose too much of your hair. Try to relax a little bit more. Try to dive deep with this water energy that is around you. Don't suffocate yourself with the water. Go with the flow a little bit more, because it can happen. You can go under the water and it can be too much. And for some of you, you really just need to, again, write it out or vent to a friend. Don't keep going around in a circle. Aquarius moon. Love you, babes. I really do. But y'all know how you be going around in a circle. There's one time I was around a Aquarius moon. Oh my God. They were so at peace with like how their mind was just swirling all around. And I'm just like, yeah. Oh my God. Love you, but oh my God. And they're just like, I'm all comfortable. Like, what? How are you comfortable with that? But I'm a Cancer moon, so it's just like, it's too sharp for me. It's too sharp. All right, next. I am the example of getting everyone I want. Who you manifesting in, Aquarius? Who you manifesting in? Of course, for some of you, if you are trying to manifest that person, it does look like there's a little bit more healing here, especially when it comes down to certain things, certain traumas. I learned this. You can look her up on TikTok. You can look her up on YouTube. Shay, your love diva. I love listening to her. She is so good at what she does. I love how she breaks down the love archetypes. She always mentions you attract from your lowest state of trauma. If you are not healed from your lowest state of trauma, you're always going to attract a certain type of person. And the thing is, we all want healing to be done like that. As someone who broke their L5, it's the last vertebrae, like down here. It connects you to your legs. It connects you to your upper body. I'm telling you, it was hard to sit. It was hard to lay down. It was hard to run. It was hard to walk. It was hard to do anything. And this woman, when I was listening to her, I was like, let me follow her everywhere. Like, what you want, girl? I will follow you. I'm ready to learn. I am coachable. What do you want? She wants the best for you. That's what she wants. But I remember, again, you attract from your lowest state of trauma. But once you heal that, then you can start going up the love archetype and seeing like who you should really be with. As she says, she is pro good man. She is anti build bear. She is so funny. She's a Sagittarius. She is so funny. I love listening to her. But sometimes I gotta take a second. Sometimes she says certain things. I'm just like, let it simmer in my soul a little bit. And that's what she says too. If she hurts you or she says certain things, she's just like, just let it sit in your soul a little bit, baby. Just go ahead and let it sit in your soul. She talks to everybody like that. I love it. All right. So I am the example of getting everyone I want. So we have 3 of Pentacles here, the 3 of Coins. So you could have new working partners coming through. For some of you, that's what you want anyway. You want people that you can actually like work well with. But I feel like you're getting both. So you're getting the normal and you're also getting the shadow of certain people, okay? Maybe you're also those people. You may be part of the manifestation of somebody else. We have the 9 of Wands. How do you feel about that? I don't know. You may be in conflict with how you bring people towards you, attract people towards you. So your heart, to some extent, may be closed off as well. I'm also picking up on the male energy now. So I guess the first group is like a lot more towards the feminine, and the second group is more towards the masculine. You want love. You want love. And no, this doesn't have to be the case. It could definitely be like the two archetypes, the two roaming genders here. Part of the two main roaming genders. My bad. I know there's more than two. Fight your mama about it, not me. I went to school. I took classes. But let's break down gender. Gender is the expression. It is the expression. It is the expression of who you are as a person. Gender is not black and white. It is not binary. Okay? It can be multicolored. Fuck. Why would we want to live in a boring ass motherfucking world with only this and that? And I'm so sick and tired of some of those conversations, because motherfuckers be talking out of both sides of their mouth. And normally, if it made a little bit of sense, I'd be okay with it. But people are out here being like, I hate that gay ass shit, but you know, gay people are okay. What? What do you want? Most likely these people have been duped. They have been betrayed. Not because somebody's attracted to one or more genders of people, but it's more geared towards they weren't honest with themselves, which then somehow trickles down into some sort of fucked up homophobia, where someone's like, you gay ass nigga, why the fuck are you doing da 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 da? This dumbass bitch, you know, she likes lesbians, she likes girls, da 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 da. And it's just like, but you're okay with gay people? I just don't understand. Which one is it? I don't get it. Because now you're talking about like the broader sense of people, like which one? Which is it? Okay. So now we have the Seven of Wands here. Some of you could be pushing people away. Some of you know other people are pushing you away. Some of you are being forced into isolation. Some of you are just focusing on work right now because of healing. But it just seems like the world wants you to know that you can manifest more in right now. But some of you, I get it. You may just not be ready. Just as least and at most, stay honest with yourself, okay? If there's some people who are still just like, oh, but I'll still take you, X, Y, 37 on the timer is what I saw. So that would equal like 10 if we were to break it down, or 1 either way. We have 3, 9, 7. Oh, 3, 7. Oh shit, hold on, wait a minute, look at that. Boom. It's crazy work. Okay, I'm gonna get the cats for the rest of this. Oh, we got 6 of chalices at the bottom, so this could have something to do with culture shock. This has something to do with unrequited love. This has something to do with 2 different life paths. There's something here in terms of integration as well. So we have the lovers here, so we have 2 gay men. I have all of the lovers in here. It's 2 gay men, it's 2 lesbians, it's like a brother and sister, and then it's also like the lovers brought in with the angel. But with this one is 2 gay men. Okay. You could be dealing with somebody who's DL, putting it out there for some of you. Motherfuckers earn lives out here. Some bullshit. Can't be honest with themselves, trapped by homophobia, trapped by middle school bullying. It's sad. Out here hurting people, causing trauma, causing karmic bonds. It's some fucked up shit, bro. All right, let's look at this 9 of Wands energy. I'm going to clarify these 2 cards and I'll let you go. I've been talking way too long. I understand that y'all like hear me talk, but I got to get ready for tomorrow. It's a busy week. Thank you. Thank you. I was mentioning this in like one of my Halloween videos, where it's just like Jupiter retrograde. For some reason, especially during this time, it just feels like you have more of a workload on you. But I feel like we're also going to experience that with Jupiter and Leo next year. But oh God, That workload is going to be something else. The workload of a Leo, shit. I have like a small Leo placement, but that has more to do with like nurturing than like actually like doing certain things. Shout out to the Leos out there, even though some of y'all be trifling right now. I mean, I get it. It's most likely because Leo is afflicting y'all, but still. Some of y'all be trifling out right now. But I be talking to y'all. You know I love you. For real. But. Alright. We have the 6 of Swords to clarify the 9 of Wands. And then we also have the 10 of Wands. So some of you, you need to focus on eating a little better. For some of you, you need to figure out how to unload some of this responsibility. Some of you have a lot of anxiety because there's a lot of creative abilities that you want to do in terms of cooking, in terms of being a little bit more active, whether it's hiking, whether it's exercising, whether it's just maybe even expressing your creativity, or maybe even finding your own type of originality. It's causing you some anxiety because you're just not moving the way you want. But for some of you, maybe it's just too much of a workload that you're trying to put on yourself every single day. There's only 24 hours in a day. A curse and a blessing. A curse and a blessing. Like, God damn it. I could get like that sometimes. I think we can all get like that sometimes, where it's just like, I want to do so much more, and I can't, because your body is just like, I'm tired. Do you know how much you do every day? And for some of you, you don't know how much you do every day. Some of you need a planner so you can actually like write down how much you actually do a week, a day. It'll help you out, and maybe it'll chill out your mind a little bit, thinking, instead of thinking, oh, I'm a failure, passive suicidality, because I know y'all be joking about that way too fucking much. But applaud me. It's been like 8-9 years since I've like self-harmed. Applaud for me. Applaud for me. Applaud for me. All right. But, you know, again, like I understand with some of y'all be joking way too fucking much about that. You're just like, kill me now. No. Absolutely not. Stop joking like that. Especially in the world we're living in. You better stop playing. You better stop playing. What is it? That woman who was part of like the Epstein files, she ended up getting murdered, allegedly. She was joking about it a little bit too much, and she confided in the wrong person. Allegedly. I know nothing. The tarot knows something. I don't know nothing. Allegedly. All right. 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Let's look into it. 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands. We got the 5 of Pentacles. And we got the Tower. Dang. Some of you are pushing away love options because you feel like your money's not there. Some of you could be reading more self-help books. The Tower energy, I just feel like, what is the Tower energy? There's something you don't see coming. They could have something to do with the new moon energy. Hello. It's too much. Too much. Too much, cats. Too much. What's the Tower? Let's clarify the Tower. Or your intuition knows that somebody won't like you. You know that you're not going to be welcome into certain people. So it's kind of like pushing you out a little bit. I feel like I keep seeing a glare over here. I know one video, I was like looking over here and I looked away and there was like an orb that like appeared and disappeared. And I'm like, what the? I know I felt something. I'm telling y'all, this paranormal shit, I'm just getting slowly used to it all the time. All the time. My world is not normal. I'll say that much. But if it was normal, something would be definitely wrong. I'd be like, whoa, am I in a dream? Am I having a fever dream? All right. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you may have to guard yourself with certain people coming in. They think you're naive. They think you're not doing enough. They think, I don't know what they're thinking. But you may have to put your guard up against certain people. For some of you, your language is a little bit too sharp for some people, or the people you hang around are just bad examples is what I'm also getting. What I also feel like, there's some things you got to be quiet with. There's something about Aquarius season where you need to be a little bit more hush hush. And I know it's your season coming in and you want to be like out there and doing like a lot. But there's something about your season where it's like you may need to hush hush, or you may need to compound certain things that you want to say to certain people or put out there into the world, because Five of Pentacles is not going to be received well, or there's something about your own isolation that's really important coming up. But it has something to do with your own value. It has something to do with actually feeling like you're of use to some extent. You feel like you're actually being used of service. But I also think there's like hidden blessings that are also right around the corner, or something that like you feel like intuitively inside where you're just like, oh, this needs to be protected. Okay. Knight of Swords. Also, praying before you go to bed at night as well is going to be really important all the way up until your season. I don't know why that's important. It's just coming through. With the Tower card here, I don't know, like there's this open little cat portal that's going on here, where like the cats are like trying to figure it out here and there, because normally they're like fighting each other or they're like playing with each other, but there's something about like them trying to like fight this portal here. So I'm not really sure what that's about. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that part alone. But again, there's more of just like da 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 da, we are here to fight the good fight, or you know, something like that. Okay, there's something about fighting the good fight even in your season, whether it's giving back your community or just there's something political here. I'm not entirely sure all of it. Duolingo's upset with me. It's like you have a little bit more than an hour to figure out your languages. I'm going to go ahead and call it here, actually, because I feel like my device is about to shut me off. But anyway, whenever you're listening to this, I hope you have a great morning, noon, evening, or night, and I will talk to you guys next time. Aquarius.